Good morning. Happy Friday.
Good morning.
It's when this show is seen, it will be August the 5th, right? Which is the day that Kelvin won't be here. But he's here. It's as if by magic, also known as. So we're going to pre-record this show, and we've never done that. Well, I guess technically we always pre-record this show because it's put in the can and edited and titled and so forth.
But it's like refreshing your day. Refresh Monday, but we're doing it on a refresh Friday.
Right. We're double refreshing of the routine.
That's
You'll
it.
notice that if you watched yesterday's show, today we've put on our superhero costumes. Okay? So, in order to get the Friday wrap-up done and keep our track record intact, and we'll have show notes with all the links and all of the content that we discussed today, as always, will be at theguyrcookreport.podbean.com. And that's podbean.com if you're in the audio only mode, enjoying us on iTunes and Stitcher and Spreaker and all those other places that are kind enough to give us the space. So first up, we talked about, as Kelvin just alluded to, the routine being refreshed on Mondays. And first up on the Monday routine refreshing is Orion. It's a product that's the new version of the managed WordPress a WordPress blog site software. And Orion is the new version, and it's touted as being the most comprehensive and most sophisticated software for managing WordPress ever made. And it may well be. I'd invite you to go and give that a look. Second on that day's links is TweetReach. And we said, well, TweetReach, what's that do? Well, it's a free snapshot report to analyze your Twitter hashtag, your account, your keywords. And so if you go to TweetReach and you put in numbers sign the Guyer Cook Report, they'll give you the number back about how many times it's been retweeted. So I did a search for Friends Just Chatting. That's our group that we affiliate ourselves with every weekday morning. And it comes out of Cambridge, England by guess who? And it was over 250,000 tweets. I said, are you sure? Well, they are. So, and lastly, on Monday, we talked about the new WordPress site. The final, I guess, beta is out. So for the purpose of getting your extension, your plugin tested, they've got a link available. Go to wordpress.org and you can get that download and have a go at that. Tuesday on SEO tips and researching the show for SEO tips, I just typed in this term SEO tips in the search, and I was on my Chromebook logged into Google. And the show that we did the week before on August the 2nd, so in the last show in July, came up number 4 in the results for SEO tips, the search query. So the links that we have in the notes there for Tuesday is a collection of links. And the first one was by Phil Frost, who wrote for targetmarketingmag.com, 7 quick and easy SEO tips small business needs. So getting started in SEO doesn't have to be a big deal. Phil went on to say, this guide provides anything you can do to improve your SEO. Even the little things will pay off over time. That's an important consideration. It's going to take a while. So be patient. Don't get overwhelmed. Get these 7 simple steps done, and you've done the first ladder, or the first rung on the ladder, of doing your SEO. Now, if you want to track campaigns and use UTM tags and all of that, that's down the road. To get started, use those 7 tips. The second thing we listed there was about getting your Google Keyword Planner, and we've got the link there. So you get your keywords set up first for your brand. Find the right keywords for your brand, get those set up. Make sure that each page in your website is about one topic. If it's the contact us page, make it about contacting us, not about, oh, look at this pretty picture of my cat. That's another dimension we won't go into in great detail, but just make it about one topic. Use the keywords where it matters the most. Don't overdo your keywords, okay? The long-tailed search terms, don't get carried away. And use a permanent link structure that includes those keywords. Make sure your website structure is organized and mobile. I'd make that friendly amendment. We talked about that just before the show, but somebody's got a website plan and they submitted. The word mobile isn't in the plan at all. And last but not least, we talked about this yesterday on the Thursday B2B show. Write for humans, because that's who you're trying to reach, is other people, not machines. So don't write for Google. Write for your potential customer and make them happy. They'll make you happy with conversions. Wednesday, we talked about what's on our mind. And we used to just call the Wednesday episode The Mind. And I go, what's that? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what's on our mind. So let's name it that. So we did. And the first thing about what's on our mind for Wednesday's show was the fact that Kelvin won't be here today on Friday. Well, this virtual representation of Kelvin with his superhero shirt on, there you have it. The technology in 2016 has come to the point now that we can achieve that. Just don't forget the fish and chips, okay? Is there a single best way to set up the website for indexing? The creation of the Google sitemap, and we've got the link into xml-sitemaps.com, might well be the best way. It gives you a great XML file, an HTML file, all kinds of stuff. You can download it. You get up to 500 pages for free. If your site's bigger than that, then talk to them about getting a license and doing it bigger. And then the last thing we mentioned on Wednesday, a new widget, a new tool in my toolbox, is the Open Graph Metabox. It's by Media Enzo, and that plugin lets you set up Open Graph meta tags for your posts, for your page, for your custom post type, and it was just updated like 3 months ago. So it's pretty cool stuff. It's worth a look. Open Graph Metabox. And on Thursday, yesterday, we talked about 5 B2B marketing ideas to jumpstart your next brainstorming session. Back in the day, back in the 70s, yes, I've lived that long, we used to have a brainstorming session every Monday. It was like get out the cup of coffee and sit down. I had tea, of course, and brainstorm about the week's goings and promotions and campaigns and what they're going to start with. So get your team in the habit of having a Monday meeting and do that brainstorming session, and you too can enjoy the benefits of brainstorming. And let's see, am I forgetting anything? I think the shout outs that we mention every show, they're at the end of the notes. There's a link to theguyrcookreport.podbean.com. Go there, click the link for today's date. They'll have the show notes for you with all the links that we just talked about, all the brainstorming session ideas and everything else. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Please give a consideration to the Guyer Cook Report evaluation question. And an invitation there is to become a patron of the show, because we've got to wash these shirts and soap costs money, right? So give us a go. And on that note, I think I'll say have a good journey Friday. And this dimensional vortex of the show, I'm going to say the 3 magic words. It's a wrap.